I am Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is a true survivor who has beaten the odds that have claimed the life of many women. With a renewed outlook on life, she has developed an attitude of gratitude. She's an actress, singer, songwriter, producer, and musician, and she's here today to talk about her new single entitled, I Am God. Help me welcome Cynthia Simons to the show. How you doing, Cynthia, and welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lady Charmaine. I am doing fabulous today. And how are you and your Sacramento listeners?
I am doing good, and the weather is nice today, so I'm really good today.
Great.
Now, Cynthia, you have a very powerful testimony. I read that you had a bout with cancer back in 1992, and God was able to deliver. So can you tell a little bit about that and your experience with that, and how did you make it through that whole experience?
Well, I believe that, cancer is something that has touched, I believe, everybody at some point. And I have to just be honest. It was by the grace of God that I was delivered and set free from it. The experience itself was overwhelming, but I'm just happy to report that with God, I was able to get through it. And I believe with God, we're able to get through any and everything that we may encounter in our lives.
And I see He brought you through, and that's why I said an attitude of gratitude, because you're so thankful for what He has done for you. And speaking of thankful,
absolutely.
You also remade one of the Walter Hawkins songs, and I think that was called Be Grateful. What made you want to re-record that song?
Well, it was actually recorded, I'm happy to say it was Fred Hammond's decision to re-record that song. It was actually recorded for the movie Mama, I Want to Sing. I simply love the Hawkins, and I tread lightly when you're doing anything and touching anything that they've recorded. But with Fred Hammond at the helms of that production, it was an exciting experience, and I think the body will be blessed as a result of it.
And you've sang with so many people: Stevie Wonder, as you mentioned, Fred Hammond, Donnie McClurkin, the Jackson Southerners, even the Walter Hawkins family, the Winans, Vanessa Bell Armstrong. You have just an extensive list of people that God blessed you to minister with. What was that experience like for you, just to share the stage with such great artists?
I have to be honest. I can't take any credit. I believe that it is just God's blessing my life and blessing my path. When much is given, much is required, and I believe that God has given me so much. And so, every opportunity, every open door, I just look at it as simply a blessing from God. I really do.
And you're also an actress, too. You also appeared in the movie Blessed and Cursed, also the TV show The Parkers, and the Showtime cable series Soul Food. How long have you been an actress?
Well, the company that represents me is Releve Entertainment, which is Dr. Holly Davis Carter, and she is partly responsible for that. I stumbled across the acting, and I just seemed to, on the first time I showed up on the set of The Gospel, the producers were so kind and so giving. I think I just caught the acting bug, and I've just been walking into the doors that God has continued to open.
And so what was it like working on The Parkers? Did you ever expect that one?
Wow, that was very, very interesting. Nikki Parker and I, if you were to take a first glance, I showed up on the set and everybody thought we were related. She was hilarious. It was just a great environment to show up to every day, and it was a blast. It was really a blast.
Now, we're going to be talking about your new single. It's entitled, I Am God. Tell us about the inspiration behind that single.
The single, I Am God, it was actually written and produced by Gerald and Tammy Haddon, who are some incredible people and some incredible producers. The first time I heard the song, I couldn't stop crying because the song is so powerful. It speaks directly to remind us all that, our problems may seem big, but God is so huge and so mindful. As long as we remember He's there and He's there for us, it can put us in a very comfortable position. So I Am God is simply a reminder of who He is and what He does and what He represents for us in our lives.
Now, I know you have a whole new project coming out. Can you kind of share with us some of the songs that are going to be on the project and what's so special about those songs to you in your eyes?
One of another one of my favorite songs is "Thankful," which is the title track, which features Daryl Coley. And I say that because being thankful is just it's who I am, and to have Daryl Coley on a project, I don't know if too many people remember his artistry, but he's an awesome singer, and it was my pleasure to be on the project with him. Another song is called "Sit Back and Relax." This entire project was birthed out of a lot of difficulties. During the project, I lost my dad and my brother to cancer, and I think being put in that position, in that space, allowed God to really, really speak to my heart, and because I wrote 90% of the project. So a lot of the songs that are on the project were birthed out of that experience.
Wow. So when can we expect the project, and can people purchase the single right now? Is it available on iTunes?
The project is actually up and available on iTunes as well. The entire project is entitled "Thankful." They can either go to www.cynthiasimons.com. They can go to iTunes, CD Baby, and they can purchase it there.
Great. So if somebody wanted to reach out to you, are you on Twitter, Facebook?
I am at Cynthia Simons, and Twitter is at Cynthia Simons as well. I'm on both Twitter and Facebook, and would love for them to reach out and touch me.
Well, that is such a blessing. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today, Cynthia. It was truly a pleasure having you, and we would love to have you back on the show.
Oh, would love to. Anytime, Lady Charmaine. Sacramento, would love to. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.
You too.